I'm very excited to come to Charing Cross 2023. Once again, we're seeing a program that's full of interest in the aortic and the vascular access, and of course in the peripheral arterial space. And I suppose the thing I've seen most this year is the new data that we're seeing, a tremendous amount of new information, new trial information. And the unique thing about Charing Cross is we not only get to hear this data, that we have time to discuss and debate the relevance of the data. And that really is unique and something I think people should really take the opportunity to come and hear the discussion and participate in it. And it's a tremendous achievement to complete that trial. As you say, we've had a lot of debate around the best CLI trial. And so Andrew and his team have done a great job with Basel 2. And I think he's picked an ideal forum to discuss it at Charing Cross. As I said, we've got plenty of time to really debate and discuss the relevance of that trial. There are many, many questions we still have unanswered regarding endovascular versus surgical approach for acute limb ischemia and critical limb ischemia. So Basel 2 will be a very important high point of the meeting, and I'm really looking forward to being involved in the discussion. Well, I think it really resonates with the relevance of the data for day-to-day practice. The audience are in a position to say, I've heard this information. How does it really resonate with day-to-day practice? And they'll ask very directed questions about what is the real significance for me in my practice. That's not something that necessarily the academics on the podium are addressing. And I think this is a very unique feature. For example, in the critical limb discussion, there'll be feelings like, well, is this equipoise in the endovascular arm? Does that represent my current practice? Do I have any criticisms or concerns about the data? That level of questioning is unique to Charing Cross and unique to what the audience brings to the discussion. I think they really do listen to the power of the audience, and the ability over the years of Charing Cross to poll the audience, to report on the audience response, I think has been fairly pivotal in some of the regulatory decisions that are made. I'd be surprised if we get a clear answer from the trial. After all, we didn't really achieve that with best CLI, but I think we do get a very important reminder of the importance of quality and durable outcomes for the patient. We see fashions such as a move to an endovascular only approach. And perhaps this will enable us to take a step back and say there are some patients that are going to benefit in the long term from having a more invasive therapy up front. And I think that kind of level of data to push optimum patient management is going to be good. So in short, Roger, I think it's unlikely we'll get complete clarity, but I think we'll get a better understanding of patient care than we had before we get an opportunity to discuss the results. Well, I have to take the opportunity to choose two or three, Roger, but I think I am presenting some fantastic new information. I think we've got a dedicated session on bioabsorbable scaffolds. That's been the holy grail for scaffolds for a number of years. In other words, we get the acute support of a scaffold or stent, but we don't get the long-term problems with it. And actually, we're going to see a raft of trials of new bioabsorbables being presented in the same session, and I'm lucky enough to present one of those, ephemeral, but there are many others in that session. So we'll really get a very unique update on scaffolds. On the vascular access side, I've been privileged to present the data over the years at Charing Cross of the most powerful randomized controlled trial of drug-coated balloons in AV access, the IMPACT AV trial published in the New England Journal of Medicine. And at Charing Cross 2023, we're going to see for the first time the durability data on this procedure out to 3 years and beyond. So that's exciting. And then finally, on the aneurysm front, Charing Cross is taking a lead for the first time and looking at an updated approach to small aneurysm management, potentially prophylactic treatments, and I'm involved in that and really looking forward to that session. So that's just a touch of the three areas of Charing Cross that I'm involved in and really excited to participate in.